Hey, welcome to another video on Expected Value Lotto, where we look at US scratch tickets and their expected values. And in this video, we're looking at the new Georgia Lottery $10 50x the money holiday ticket. And so this is part of the November 2023 series of tickets. Of course, this is our Christmas $10 ticket this year. It is a number match game, and there is one symbol you can find. It is a 50x symbol, so that would be really nice to see. We do have to, there is a back scratch, so don't forget to scratch the back. Almost forgot to talk about it. So don't forget to scratch the back. On the back, if you find a dollar bill symbol, you win that prize. Now, this is a second chance drawing ticket, so I'm always suspicious of second chance drawing tickets because I think, it's a gimmicky way for the state lotteries to not pay out as much as they normally would, because they have the excuse, this is a second chance drawing tickets, but the second chance really doesn't add basically any value to a game. So you can just kind of ignore the second chance drawing stuff. I mean, I would recommend entering it, of course, but it doesn't add to the value of the game hardly at all. Now on this page, we're looking at the prize structure and odds that the Georgia Lottery put out on this game. Overall odds are 1 in 3.24, and looks like you can win anywhere from $10 all the way up to $750,000. Now this top prize, man, it just strikes me as kind of cheap because we're used to seeing $10 tickets at $1 million top prize. So, it makes me wonder why the Georgia Lottery doesn't just have $1 million top prize here. And so it makes me feel like they just, cheaped out on us on this ticket. Definitely not what you would want for Christmas to happen on the Christmas ticket. So anyways, looking at the rest of the prize structure, nothing too crazy stands out. It is long odds to hit this cheaper top prize, so that's a little disappointing. But we do need to talk about taxes. So in Georgia, for any prize over $5,000, they're automatically going to take out 29.75% in taxes. I don't view that tax money as part of the value of a game, and so that is going to affect this top prize. So instead of $750,000, I'm going to view this as $526,875. So, instead of playing for $1 million, you're basically playing for $500,000 on this game at 1 in 2 million odds. So, yeah, I mean, this really, the more I talk about it, the more I think about it, really is kind of rubbing me the wrong way, that top prize. But with the adjusted prize amount here, when you run the numbers on this game, you find out that the payout comes in between 75 and 76%. So this is way above the 70% minimum that we look for all scratch tickets. So we'll see how this compares to other $10 tickets as we go through the video. But we do need to mention that this 75% payout does include all of the top prizes and all of the upper mid-tier prizes, which very few people are going to be winning, which means not many people are going to be actually seeing a 75% payout on this game. And so what we want to know now is, if you're just an average person with average luck who is not hitting the top prizes, what is the payout going to be? And in order to find that out, we're going to subtract out the value of all of the top 1% prizes, recalculate, and see what that new payout number is going to be. So looking back at the prize structure, the separation between the top 1% and bottom 99% of prizes happens here at the $200 prize level. So if you're just an average person with average luck, when you do win on this game, you'll expect to see between $10 and $200. Now the split there at the $200 prize level is about 58-42. So more than half, 58% of these $200 prizes do fall down here in the bottom 99% and are available to average folks. The other half, a little bit less than half, 42%, are going to fall here in the top 1% of prizes and are going to be really tough to hit. Now, like I said before, the top 1% prizes are really hard to hit. If you want to know the odds, look at the overall odds, move that decimal point 2 spaces to the right, and it's about 1 in every 324 tickets that would have a top 1% prize on it. So, you're in over $3,200 before you expect to see even one of these top 1% prizes. So that is important to keep in mind when you play this game. So because so few people are going to be winning these prizes, we're going to subtract all of this value out from that payout number you saw before. And that's going to leave us with the payout of just the bottom 99% of prizes. And that'll be good to know because that's where 99% of people are going to be playing this game. So when we do that, we find out that the payout for the bottom 99% of prizes comes in between 60 and 61%. So that meets the 60% minimum that we look for bottom 99% payout. So, we'll call this average as far as friendliness to the average player, and we'll see how it ranks with other $10 tickets as we continue through the video. Now here on this page, we are tracking the increases and decreases in Georgia $10 tickets. I think of all the price categories, this is definitely the most volatile, which you can see on the little line graph here. The data point for this ticket is all the way over here on the right. So we did get a little bit of a bump from the October ticket, one of the October tickets at least, the triple cash payout ticket. So, it's always good to see a bump. However, since about July, this ticket right here, the July ticket to now, you can see like a really strong downward trend in the $10 ticket category. And so I don't like to see that. So, since Georgia seems to be, what's the word for it? Holding back on $10 ticket value, I probably wouldn't recommend this. And like I said before, the Georgia Lottery is going to try to make the excuse, well, this is a second chance drawing ticket, but it's not going to add any value. It might bump the value up to like 75, 57, but that's virtually nothing. That's like pennies, it's not even pennies. It's like fractions of pennies. So it's not worth even mentioning and talking about and trying to calculate. Now, up here at the top of the page, if you are playing $10 tickets in Georgia, in green, you see the best ticket in every category. So if you're looking for the best overall payout, the $600 blowout ticket has the best payout that we've reviewed on the channel recently. If you're looking for odds, the Jumbo Bucks has the best odds. However, I'm going to ask you not to play this. This is the worst $10 ticket that we've ever seen in Georgia. I mean, the data point is right here. It's just such a terrible ticket. Please don't get pulled in by the odds there. If you're looking for bottom 99% payout, so friendliness to the average player, the $100 million cash burst ticket would be the one that you would want to play. If you're more of a high roller and you like to see a better top prize when you are lucky enough to hit in the top 1%, the 7-game ticket would be the one that you'd want to play. And then over here on the right, we are keeping track of top prizes, and nothing too crazy stands out over here, but it's there in case you want to look at it. Now, here on this page, we're ranking Georgia $10 tickets based on overall payout. Let's see, 75% right here in the middle of the prize structure, 7th place overall. So, not the worst, but definitely not the best. It's just kind of a middle of the road ticket. Only thing special about it is that it is a Christmas ticket. Now, I will mention here something on this page. This really I don't like. The fact that they're using the name of a different ticket of an already existing kind of like anchor ticket that we have here in Georgia, 50 times the money. The original 50 times the money ticket, it is a very good ticket, 77% payout. And so I don't like that they are using this 50x the money name because I feel like it's sort of deceitful. If they're going to do that, they need to have a payout, right around the same payout as the original ticket, because that is deceitful, because people know that the 50x the money ticket is a good one, and they're going to play this holiday 50x the money ticket thinking that it's as good as the original, when in reality it's way worse. And so I don't like that they did that. That is deceitful, and Georgia Lottery should not do this unless they're going to have the new ticket be right there, same payout or more than the original. Now, here on this page, we are ranking Georgia $10 tickets based on that bottom 99% payout, friendliness to the average player. Holiday 50x the money here in 9th place, so not quite as competitive as the other page, but still, in that acceptable range. Now, here on this page, this is where we get to compare across states. And 75% is going to be relatively competitive. So 12th place overall for all the $10 tickets that we've looked at on the channel so far. And you can see Georgia, is here kind of in the first half of the list. Most of our $10 tickets, we do have a couple over here, but relatively competitive compared to most states, except for when you look at what Massachusetts is doing. And this is the same thing we saw in the $5 ticket. Massachusetts just destroys the competition when it comes to $5 and $10 tickets. And so, Massachusetts is regularly putting out $10 tickets at 80% payout, which is great. I mean, that's such a good payout. That's what you normally see for like $30 tickets. So Massachusetts $10 tickets, really good payout. I mean, good relative for scratchers. And so we have to ask the question, if Massachusetts can regularly put out $10 tickets at 80% payout, then why is Georgia putting out $10 tickets at 75% payout? That is a 5 percentage point difference, which is a huge amount of money when you consider how much money goes into making just one of these games. So, one scratch game could easily have 10 million tickets as part of it. If you multiply that 10 million tickets by the $10 price tag, that's $100 million just for one game. And when you think about the 5 percentage points difference between what Massachusetts and Georgia are doing, that 5% of $100 million, that's $5 million that the Massachusetts lottery is putting into the hands of its players, that the Georgia lottery is sticking in its pockets and doing who knows what with. And so, when you ask the question, why would Georgia do that? Why would they, make a $10 ticket with less payout than it could have? There are no good answers. I think it has to do with greed. It has to do with Georgia, knowingly taking advantage of his players. All the answers are kind of in that negative arena. And I think states need to answer that question. And so yeah, for that reason, like, even though this is not the worst $10 ticket that we could have and is relatively competitive compared to what other states are doing, I'm looking at the top of the list, and scratchers are a losing venture anyway. When you're playing an 80% payout gamble, you're losing. And so it's important that you play the best possible product that you can. And right now, Massachusetts is destroying what everybody else is doing. And so, if it were me playing $10 tickets, I would look on social media, find a Massachusetts scratcher that I like and trust, and just go in on Massachusetts $10 books, because all these other states are not doing it. Georgia is not doing it with this new holiday 50x the money ticket. And so that is really, really unfortunate. But the other states need to step up and be competitive with what Massachusetts is doing. Now, here on this page, we are comparing based on the bottom 99% payout. And so let's see. 60% here, not as competitive, 20th place overall for the holiday 50x the money. And yeah, you can look at the list. It definitely could be worse, but definitely could be better. So that is that. And then here are the top 36 tickets that we've looked at on the channel so far. The one thing that I really want to point out, the 50x the money doesn't make the list, 75% not good enough to make the list, but I do want to point out that Massachusetts $5 tickets are on this list. And so, to me, this is embarrassing. When you have $10 tickets from one state that have less value than $5 tickets from another state, that is something that a state should be ashamed of and people need to be aware of. In my opinion, a more expensive ticket should never have less value than a cheaper ticket. So based on what we're seeing here, every ticket that costs more than $5 should have a minimum 77% payout. Otherwise, any state that puts a ticket that's more expensive than $5 with less than 77% payout is royally ripping off its customers. And that's unfortunately what we see with this new holiday 50x the money ticket. So that is important. It's good to see. That's the purpose of this channel, so we can see things like that. But you do see Massachusetts here. I mean, they're just like taking up the whole first side of this list with its $10 tickets. So that's where I would be playing. Now, here on this list, we have the top 36 tickets based on that bottom 99% payout, so friendliness to the average player, 60%. Again, not good enough to make this list, so you can pause that and look at it if you want. But that is it for the Georgia Lottery $10 holiday 50x the money ticket. Don't be fooled. This is not a 50x the money ticket. I mean, it's nowhere near as good as the 50x the money original ticket. So don't be taken in by the use of the name. It's deceitful and unfortunate. It's definitely not the worst $10 ticket that we've seen. It could be worse, but it's not where it should be. And so I'm not going to be playing this ticket. But if you're playing it, good luck on it. Hopefully you'll win some prizes in the top 1%. If you do, let us know in the comment section below so we can congratulate you. But thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.